after the half-hour competition, just killing it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, when it comes to HOH,
I'm so weak. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted.
yeah.
Shut your face. You rock climb.
Exactly,
You work
man.
out.
Yeah. He's still
like,
a beast, man. He's just trying to play it off.
I know.
He's trying to play it off, yeah. He's just trying to play it off, yeah. Because he got scared when Britt put him off, yeah. That's when he woke up and he's like, oh shit, I better stop winning comps.
And that's why he was like, HOH is a curse. He don't want to
He even
win
said
HOH.
that, and he's like, I promise not to win another one.
Yeah. And that's why he keeps on throwing it. That's what he was trying to do. He tried to throw it.
He did.
Like, he immediately pressed it and goes,
and he probably guessed it right.
And he guessed it right. And then he goes, oh, Sindy, shut your face. He totally planned that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he didn't plan to win, but he totally planned to take me out if he had a chance.
Yeah, he was. Whenever he gets a chance, yeah. Then you saw even the crowd went like, what? Like, they were confused. Yeah, they were like, what?
They're like, what? Yeah. I was like, that made me feel good.
Yeah, they were like, what? Because they were shocked. You know, like, trust me, I had the exact same expression.
Even Bruno was like...
Even him, yo. We both didn't see that coming.
But then Bobby told Brittany, he's like, it was a one-time vote. It doesn't mean we're working together.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes, it was a one-time vote, but you don't know what's going on in this HOH competition, so wouldn't you want to keep the 5 people that voted together in this game just in case to keep you safe?
Exactly. But like I said, he wants to please the entire house.
But he knows I'm going after him. He knows I'm going after him.
Yeah,
I don't have to say it to his face, but he knows it.
He knows.
He knows.
Definitely.
But if he wins POV, I'm going to call him out. I'm going to be like, you're the most conniving dick in this house. I was like, you are my target. I don't expect you to use it on me, so I don't care what I have to say right now. But, like, you are my number one target if I were to stay in this house.
An epic speech, man.
I was like, there was a reason why I was never going to go after you until I went to that sequester house and heard all the things that I heard. And then seeing it here, you are my target. I was like, you guys all know
that is still a surprise to me.
But that's the thing is when
because I never viewed him. I knew it was trying
like Naya told me. Naya was like, no, put Bobby and Willow. But I was like, I don't know. Like Bobby hasn't done anything to me, and Willow hasn't done it. And like I've only been there for 2 weeks, but then like all the things I heard from her, and then from Johnny, and then from Greg, and heard what they heard about him, and then coming here and seeing how he acts, like. He was the most excited to see me come through the door. The most excited.
Yeah, I saw that. I was surprised.
I was like, please.
Yeah, I remember that he was. Yeah.
He was like, most awkward 24 hours with him ever. We didn't talk game until the last 15 minutes because I didn't hear you guys wake up yet. So I didn't know if you were watching us. So I waited until I heard them say, oh, the girls were like, good morning, Sindy, good morning, Bobby. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I need to quickly talk to you. I was like, and I took the candies we had. And I'm like, okay, this is Godfrey and this is JP.
You love explaining it with those candies.
But the thing is, it needs to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you say it and when you put the when people see like this side is more than this side, they're just like, oh, this makes. So I was like, okay, this is JP and this is Godfrey. If JP stays, JP goes with Zach. Zach goes to Ashley. Ashley and Peely, Kevin. But then there's you and Bruno. And I was like, I don't know if Sarah and Brittany's work together, but they're outcasts. And then there's me, and then there's Willow. Yeah. If Godfrey's staying, Godfrey's going to go with you and Bruno. And then I can go with you guys. That's 4 of us. And then I can convince Sarah and Brittany to work with us. And that's 6 of us. And we can possibly convince Willow over. And that's 7 against 4.
Exactly.
And then he's like, okay, yeah. Let me think about this. Let me talk to Bruno. I was like, I already talked to Bruno. He's supposed to talk to you. And now that I talked to both of you, you guys need to confirm this. And I was just like, blah, blah, blah. And then we were like, oh, timer's running out, like all this stuff. So I was like, hey, we're done talking. Yeah. But that was the moment.
You must have gotten to him then, if he eventually ended up deciding.
Yeah, but the thing is, we were in that vault for 24 hours. You didn't talk game once to me.
Just like casual small talk.
It wasn't even casual. We did a couple of games and we just slept the whole time. We like didn't really like. I know nothing about his life.
What?
I know nothing about Bobby's life.
You guys are like bonded in there or something, or like probably like asking each other stories, like, hey, where you been? Yeah, cruise ships.
Nope. None of that. And like everyone was like, I was like, I would have had more fun having Godfrey in that room than Bobby. And they're just like, they're like, really? I was like, Godfrey and I can actually talk and have a conversation. Bobby, that was like the most awkward 24 hours of my freaking life.
Yeah.
And then he has to, like, he's totally lying about this whole, oh, I found a secret power veto.
That's what he told you?
Yeah. Did I tell you this?
Oh, yeah,
yesterday?
you did.
So,
you said he was telling you found it in, like, the vaults or something, right?
During the last, like, we're counting down, okay, 20, and we're hugging. He quickly, I don't know if you saw in the video, he quickly opened up 2 vault doors to show me.
They only showed us footage of you guys the last 5 minutes deciding.
No, they showed some before that. I was counting down, remember? 10, 9, 8, yay!
Oh, yeah, they did.
So while we were hugging,
yeah,
he quickly, like, he's like, I need to show you something. And he opened up 2 vault doors.
Yeah.
And he whispered in my ear, and he's like, I found a secret power veto. And I was like, what? And that's why when you saw the voting, I don't know if you saw me saying, I can't believe you didn't tell me until now.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
did he show you?
No. But the thing is, and then I was like, how did you, because, okay, so on our...
But how could he have found it? Weren't you guys awake at the same time?
When I had on our blankets,
yeah,
you know, where the tags for the washing and the laundry, right? There was a number on it. Right? One says, I think, 26, and then the other one says
you mean on the washers? Like, this is outside?
No.
This is not inside the vault?
This is inside the vault.
No, I mean, but where he found those things. It's outside.
It was on the bed. Our bed sheets.
Oh, yeah, they gave you bed sheets. Yeah,
so, you know the tags on your clothes of the washing instructions? So there was one written, like, it was just like a number. Yeah. So I was like, oh, those numbers are probably the amount of, like, sheets they have, and they're keeping it in order, and right? So I didn't think anything of it. But he said he found it when I was in DR. How is that fair?
Yeah, that is
I understand if I was sleeping and you found it, but I was in the DR. I wasn't even in the room. So he had a full opportunity to look. Anyways, he said that he found the keys and he opened it. This is where I don't...
Where did you find the keys? No. Yeah, like under the beds or something?
No, he said he found the keys, you know, where the vault door is, and there was these ledges, and he said he found the keys. I was like, okay, but the thing is, he opened 2 safety deposit boxes, right? Each deposit box requires 2 keys.
Yeah.
So that means you found 4 keys?
Yeah.
And how do you know which 2 keys went with each door?
Sounds a little too extravagant, man.
Yeah, so I think those were just already unlocked.
Yeah.
And then he found that they were unlocked and was trying to throw me off.
Probably.
By saying that, so that if I won HOH and I wouldn't put him on the block because he would take himself down. But that's why I was telling Pilar this. I'm like, put Bobby up. If Bobby has a secret power video, then he can take himself down.
I honestly don't believe he found anything in there.
And if he did find it, he would have to use it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he probably just told you that so that
I wouldn't target him.
In the event that you won, you would be on his side, and just probably to gain trust. You know?
Or he would hope for me to tell the next HOH this.
The guy didn't talk game with you the entire 24 hours, and the one time you're about to leave, he decides to drop a secret to you.
But he said it was because he's like I wasn't sure. He's like, I thought if I told you before, you would press the button and panic and press the button. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, but it was also because like we just talked game, and I feel like I can trust you, and that's why I told you.
That is one hell of a story.
How many times has he come up here?
One hell of a story.
He's come up here like 3 times since we've been
here.
Oh, we've been here this whole time, and he's the one that's come up here the most amount of times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true.
Hands down.
That is true, yeah.
Hands down. But no, that's why I was like, because I said to myself, you know, if I was the HOH, I would put up Bobby. If Bobby has a secret power, he can go ahead and take himself down. I'll put someone else, and I'll go after you the week after. But if you have a secret power veto, you don't share that information.
You don't.
You don't. You just keep share that. Like first of all,
I don't think you'd even be allowed to tell people.
I was like, you're not allowed. Like when Allison found that, like she was allowed to tell.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You're like Saint Survivor, where you find an idol and show everybody. Yeah. Like you're probably not allowed to share like those powers. Yeah, there's like a consequence. Yeah. And on top of that, why would you just like all the things you choose to share? You won't.
House guests, please go to the head of household.
You won't tell them who you plan